I'm Tiffany, and this is from Mamaw's Kitchen. This is where I get to share with you the old-fashioned recipes and skills that I learned from my Mamaw in her kitchen. Today we are going to be making Mamaw's goulash. Would this be from Mamaw's Kitchen if I did not share Mamaw's goulash? If you follow us over on our family vlogging channel, our Small Town Life, I've talked about this over the years and about how special this recipe is to me. And I'm going to share it with you all today. It's incredibly simple. You can make this with as little as 3 ingredients. And I know when you hear that, you're like, it can't be that good if it's just 3 ingredients, right? But y'all, it is. There's just something about it that's so special and cozy and warm. And I'm going to share it with you today. This recipe is so special to me. This meal is so special to me that when we moved into this home, I was very intentional about it being the very first thing that I made here in this home. It's just that important to me, and I love it that much. This is also that meal that Mama would make a lot of times for Sunday dinner. We would go to her house after church and have goulash. She'd make a big pot of goulash, and as our families grew, we had to have 2 big pots of goulash. This is really all you need as far as ingredients, and this can also be made in one pot, a 1-pot meal. We need a pound of ground beef, 64 ounces of tomato juice. Mama and Pawpaw always canned their own tomato juice. I can whole tomatoes, but I'm thinking this upcoming season I'm going to can some tomato juice, even if it's just to use in goulash. But they would use 2 quarts of their home canned tomato juice. You can get store-bought though, so 64 ounces, and 1 pound of elbow noodles. Mama always got the large elbow noodles, and that's what I try to do because that is how she did it, large elbow noodles. But they're getting kind of hard to find, so if I can't get the large, I get the regular ones, and it works just fine. But if you can get the large elbow noodles, get the large. If not, we'll use what we got. And then some salt and pepper. The only other thing that Mama would ever use is sometimes she would put minced onion in it. I have some of our dried onion, some of our green onion from our garden this last year that we dried, so maybe I'll put a little bit of that in there. But you can, if you want to add other things, if you want to saute some peppers and onions, or you want to put them in with your meat while you're browning it, if you can get creative and change this up a little bit to what suits your family. Add garlic, but you can also keep it really simple, and I promise you it's delicious, even as simple as it is. Audrey's come in. She's gonna help me out a little bit too, and she asked if we could put some garlic in it today, so we'll put a little garlic in it as well. Isn't that one of the beautiful things about cooking at home, is being able to make your meals something that is tailored to your family and what your family likes? We're going to go ahead and add a little salt and pepper in with the meat while it's cooking, and then we'll add a little more when we put the rest of the ingredients in.
Oh, we're going to add a little.
So our meat has browned. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. And we've got the extra grease off. Now we're going to go ahead and put in a spoonful of garlic. And let's put some of our onion in as well, our dried onion. And we're going to cook that garlic just a minute. You don't want to overcook garlic and burn it. You just don't want burnt garlic. That's what I'm getting at. So we're just going to have that in here for a few minutes. Yeah, put us a good pinch of that in here. This is some of our green onion that we dried from the garden. Now we're going to pour in the whole 64-ounce container of tomato juice. And I know it seems like a lot, y'all, but just trust me. We're also going to put in this 1-pound box of noodles. You can put as much or as little as you want. If you want it nice and thick, you want to use the whole 1 pound. If you want it a little more soupy, you can do 1/2 pound, 3/4, whatever you like. But we're going to put the whole box in so ours is nice and thick. I'm going to bring this to a boil And then we'll turn the heat down, just get it at a good simmer, put a lid on it, and cook this probably about 15 minutes until the noodles really absorb this tomato juice and it's nice and thick and delicious. I'm going to go ahead and add a little extra salt and pepper here just because I know that's how we'll like it, but you can do it to your family's taste. Not a lot, just a little more. Yeah. I don't know that it will come through that shaker, but you can leave the little shaker lid off. Audrey's putting some of those onion flakes in a different, smaller container we had that just goes in our drawer. I was telling her that I didn't think it would come through the shaker part of it, but she could leave that off and we could just use the screw-on lid. That way we didn't have to pull that jar out from under the cabinet every time. What are you talking about over there, baby boy? Are you ready to eat?
See, of course, Mom. I'm always ready.
Always. I think part of what makes this feel so special, one is all the memories that I associate with it, but the fact that it is so easy and is still so delicious. Like, Mamaw kept it basic, but it's so good. And so you can throw this together for a quick weeknight meal, or it can be something that you have for a special Sunday dinner. So versatile.
Get happy, buddy. Oh, he's going crazy. I got it. You got it.
Y'all, this is so delicious. It's just so comforting when you need that good comfort meal. This is it for me. The noodles absorb so much flavor from that tomato juice. And y'all, it's easy. 15 minutes, one pot, you can have dinner. Or lunch. Audrey said we're having it for lunch today. And it makes great leftovers too. When it sits, it absorbs even more flavor. If your family makes goulash, let me know down in the comments. Let me know how you do it. I like to hear how people do the same thing different ways. Get in the kitchen, make memories with the people you love. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all. How is it, Wawa?